Hello, everyone. I'll see if anybody. Oh, is that on yet? Hopefully, this is. Yeah, there we go. Is that it? Yeah.
11 minutes 35 seconds. We haven't been live that long.
Please hope we haven't been going that long.
No, just now.
All right. Oh well. If anybody is there, give us a hello. That'd be brilliant.
That was like a mad panic that you'd gone live 10 minutes early. And you make one. I don't like doing live videos. I don't like doing live videos.
Yeah, he would have gotten us bickering on. But anyway, I'm Ross, and I'm Ross. There's Sarah from RT Fitness as well. Give us a hello, will you, in the comments, just to make it more interactive as well. That'd be lovely. Happy Friday, everyone, as well. Brilliant news this week with the gyms reopening on the 12th of April. Yeah, should know that off by heart. But I think we'll just hello. Hi, Nicola. So yeah, I think we'll just crack straight on with today's topic. We are going to just try and crack one of these out, like 10 minutes maximum, something like that. I mean, we've always got to work around all the children we have.
That sounds obscene.
I know. No, we've got 3, and obviously we always have to work around the little ones' nap time. So we're going to try and cut them down to 10 minutes. Whenever we've tried to do lives in the past, it just, well, we haven't, have we?
We haven't tried to do lives before. We always end up recording. And then, do you know when you record something, you're expecting it, and then it ends up not being you? It's not nice.
No, not at all. But anyway, let's crack straight into it. So one of our clients has asked this, like it's a debate from where she works. It's from Jen Broomfield. Tracking versus Weight Watchers / Slimming World is a general topic of debate at lunchtime. Do they actually work, and how do people lose weight on them? She just doesn't get it. So all of them work. That's the major thing with them all. I'll just get the question in front of us so I can always refer back to it, just so I don't go completely off topic myself. So all of them work. All of them promote.
Depends how you look at depends on what you consider working, doesn't it? Really, we had this discussion before when she asked the question. Yeah,
it is. It depends on what you think of working, but to an extent, all of them work. Of course they do. Weight Watchers and Slimming World has been around, God, since as long as I can remember, and I'm old. But it is, they do work, and one of the reasons why they do work. So we'll say Weight Watchers. I think it's a point-based system. I mean, I'm not properly 100% in on Weight Watchers, but I think it's a point-based system. And with that system, generally the lower the points, or whichever way the points goes, those are how many points you can have in a day. So it's just a different way of tracking, really. It's like well, what they say as well, it's a simplified calorie counting system, in which it is. But the trouble is, obviously, they make you cut certain stuff out, and obviously, as soon as you cut stuff out, you want to eat more. And I suppose that's the same with Slimming World as well. To be fair, both of them, like nowadays, are actually really cottoned on.
They have evolved. They've evolved from
totally
where they
were
years ago. They've evolved into realising people aren't just going to go along with,
like, do this,
cutting certain things out and demonising certain food groups and all the rest of it. I mean, obviously, Slimming World works on a sins basis, where it is literally just count your sins, but everything else is free food. So obviously, they're not. I think out of the 3 of them, Slimming World's probably
What?
I was going to say my least favourite option.
Yeah.
Just purely because of the fact that it uses the phrase sins and demonises a food group. But I mean, obviously, without getting into it all, it is about which ones work.
Yeah, and we're not trying to shit on any of them here or anything like that. It was just a question, and the question was like, do the work and do they actually work? And yes, they do work. And it's a tough one, really, because the thing is, calorie counting using MyFitnessPal or whatever other tool you're using will always trump them because it's the truth. That's the thing. It is the truth. It has everything in there. But from a beginner's point of view, it's quite hard to wrap your head around it first off.
It can be quite overwhelming, which is where those two options come in quite easy, because it's eat this, don't eat this.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's where do you go from there? When I was talking with you about it earlier on, my immediate question, like my immediate response was, well, it works to an extent, but it always depends on what you consider to be success. Because for me, if I wanted to lose weight, it would be I want to lose weight and then I want to keep that weight off. That to me is the ultimate success. And I think a lot of the stories that I hear from other people who aren't tracking is that yes, they lose weight, but as soon as they stop following Weight Watchers, Slimming World, whatever other diet it is that they're following, as soon as they stop, they put the weight on. So therefore, to me, that diet doesn't necessarily work.
Yeah.
Because in the long term, it doesn't work, because you put the weight on because you don't understand how nutrition actually works.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's always the out point.
Yeah.
You have to understand nutrition to an extent whereby once you hit the point where you're happy in your weight, you know how to maintain it. Whereas a lot of these programs, they don't tell you what to do when you hit a certain weight. You either have to keep going or you stop following it and you start introducing the foods that had you overweight in the first place, and then you put the weight back on. And I think you were obviously talking about the reason why people put the weight on so fast was to do with neither Weight Watchers nor Slimming World particularly promote high protein.
Yeah, higher protein. Obviously, when you are losing the weight, you want to try and keep as much muscle mass as possible. So generally, for like personal trainers, nutritionists, they'll always tell you to eat a higher protein diet so that you can preserve the muscle mass when you're losing weight. And typically on the Weight Watchers, Slimming World or type diets, they don't promote that. So when you're losing the weight, you're actually losing weight in muscle as well. So it's a bit of a tricky one, because then when you say go off the diet, then you'll end up putting the weight back on further because you don't have the muscle mass to support it. I mean, it's fractional, but it does all add up with it all.
Combined with the thermogenic effect of protein.
Yes, indeed. But no, it's always a good debate because everything's out there, but in today's world, Weight Watchers and Slimming World are actually doing all right. They're not so bad, but you can, and if you are deciding to do it, I would just start tracking your food, like rather than paying into these companies to tell you to eat this, don't eat this, eat this. I mean, how many people on here have actually done them all? I mean, who's just done them all? Catherine, she's done them all. Where was I going with that?
I don't know. I'll let you go off on one.
Totally lost my train of thought there. I read the screen.
No, yeah, you were basically saying how much do you want to invest into these companies?
Yeah.
You know, where you have done them all.
And you can just get like a free MyFitnessPal and start tracking your food from there. Yes, it'll be a mindfuck at first, but you will, once you wrap your head around it, you can have it. And the difference, obviously, between them, and this goes back to the question itself, so tracking versus Weight Watchers and Slimming World, tracking is forever, where Weight Watchers and Slimming World are just a diet. I mean, your cousin's a perfect example. How much did she lose in Slimming World?
Lots.
6, 7?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. It was
like 6.
Yeah, just at a guess.
Yeah, it was like maybe 6-7 stone. And she got to a point, and she got to a sticking point, and Actually, I haven't spoken to her for a little while, so I don't know whether she's still doing it. But she did actually start tracking after that because she realised she was at a sticking point, and also because she'd lost the weight she wanted to do, sort of get into more activity and understand everything that little bit more as well. So for her, yes, it worked.
Yeah.
To a point, which is
God, the millions of people who it's helped. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. Weight Watchers and Slimmers World have helped absolutely millions of people, and there are people who keep it off. And same with tracking. Like, tracking does work, but then like people will just stop tracking and then just eat all the old shit what they go back to. It's the same with Slimming World and Weight Watchers. They'll just do it for X amount and then stop. But I think with that, they only have that understanding of that one train of thought, so they'll always keep going back to that. And that's, I mean, yet again, I don't feel as though I want to shit on them, but like sort of their business model is sort of set up to failure, so that you do keep going back. I mean, you think of how many people who you actually know who's been on Weight Watchers Slimming World for the last 20 years, and who's always up and down, up and down, up and down, and never really been learned throughout the whole process to actually just still implement what they can have, which we do with tracking, and still get the results what you could have with that. Yeah, I think that's it. If anyone's got any questions on that or any points of view on that, chuck them in and we'll get them answered. But like I said, we're just trying to keep these nice, short and snappy because we do have the baby monitor next to us as well while he's on his nap. So I'll see if anyone chucks a question in, then we can go from there. But if not, we'll just wrap that one quickly up. But yeah, great news on the April the 12th stuff for everybody as well. And I mean, the thing is,
stop shaking your leg.
The thing is, if these things work for you and they work for you well and you can continue them forever, then go for it. That's the thing. But if you want to like educate yourself in something, then start tracking your food, because then you're having to look at packets of packets in general. Even if you're scanning them, you'll have a look. You'll be able to decipher them. Whenever something pops up, I get distracted, and that's my train of thought gone. But thanks, Catherine. What did you have for your dinner?
Oh, it was pants today.
Well, my lunch. Our lunch was a breaded chicken breast thing.
Chicken steak with some broccoli, carrots, and rice. And do you know what it is?
Yeah,
that is so stereotypically PT. It's unreal,
yeah.
And that's not our normal like.
No,
we don't normally like. We've put it into our habits to basically get us all eating that little bit more veg.
Yeah.
But it didn't even have any gravy on.
The thing is, like, but do you know what it is? If you look at the chicken steak breadcrumb thing, it's something what a child would eat. So it's not like proper bro. But where we did have the broccoli, carrots, and rice.
That's not normally what we have.
But the thing is, like, where we have the boys here, we just try and get plenty of veg in, like, with each meal. So that's why. It's
trying to instill the veg habit in them, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it is.
So we make a conscious effort when we've got them.
Yeah, we'll have a curry tonight. We'll be fine. Everything will be right in the world. Yeah, but that's it. But typical dinners is just whatever. I mean, we tend to stick to a higher protein food and then go from there, like high protein with every meal and whatever, and that's it. Like
that's the joy of tracking. Yeah. I don't think I definitely couldn't do something where I was categorising something as a sin.
No.
Nah.
You've just got high calorie food, low calorie food.
Weight Watchers with a point system, possibly the next protocol. But tracking just gives us that bit more freedom to make my own decisions and be in control. Yeah. Do you know what I find with most of these things? It's about being in control of yourself, and I feel like most people do tend to go for the Slimming World Weight Watchers option because they don't necessarily want that element of control because they can't handle it as much.
Yeah, it is. So there's bad things about tracking as well, because if you're not eating healthy foods with tracking as well, you could just have a McDonald's and a protein shake, and that would be your calories and macros for the day. And obviously, health implementations from that would just be horrendous years down the line. But you would lose the weight. That's the mental thing. But tracking does give you that where you don't have those fuck it moments. So say if you're Slimming World Weight Watchers and you end up having I don't know, your bottle of Prosecco, your curry on the Friday night where it hasn't been allowed, and then the next day you have all that fucking mentality, 10 packs of biscuits, your McDonald's Sunday after you've had your second hangover. Yeah. Did I finish on that one there?
I don't know. I don't know whether you actually made a point.
No, it is. I read the screen, man. I will get used to these lives and we will get them
nailed on.
Yeah, nailed on.
Do you know what it is? I've always avoided them, especially now because I've got more bags under my eyes than I've ever had before. Like the barkeeper's awake and stuff, and it's like, no, everyone else looks lovely on live. Don't put us on camera.
But no, I think that's it. We're going to try and get these on every Friday, obviously around the kiddies' sleeping times and stuff like that. But any questions in the meantime, just whack them in the comments and we'll get back to you. All right? I hope this video has helped in any way or form, but please, any questions, chuck them in. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.